Webster students for environmental sustainability visited Rockwood Summit High School when we heard about their organic chemistry class making biodiesel fuel out of restaurant grease. We were shocked at what we saw, how these students were taking a typical chemistry lab and reducing their school's carbon footprint at the same time.
3 years ago during a lecture, an organic chemistry lecture, I mentioned that you can make biodiesel from restaurant grease in a lecture. And one of my students, Rachel, came back the very next day. She had looked up everything about biodiesel from grease online, had written down all kinds of notes, had like 2-3 pages of notes, had websites for me to visit, and she handed it to me, and the only thing she asked me was, do you think we could do this as a lab?
The process sounded complicated, but as the students tried to explain it to us, it was basic chemistry with just fancy vocabulary.
We're just going to filter this out, and then we have to do the soap test, and then if that passes, then this can go into a car.
I'm Leanna.
I'm Jessie.
And we're from the organic chemistry class that's doing the biodiesel project.
So I think
a lot of people don't realize how easy it is to use, because a lot of people are like, oh, you got to change your whole engine, but
yeah,
you really don't. I mean, I think that one of the main problems could be cost with obtaining KOH.
KOH is expensive.
It's pretty expensive, and methanol, but we're actually working on recycling our methanol, so we can actually take all this
you can
methanol.
distill it right out of the glycerin.
Yeah.
Nothing is being wasted unless it gets up.
Except the KOH. KOH gets used up. Like, Mr. Peters didn't really teach us. He just kind of went, okay, come in tomorrow and Google it
with a find
figure
out
out a
procedure and then
try it
it
out. Yeah.
And if it doesn't work, try another one. Really, other high schools and universities, it's so easy to do. You just need a lab, you just need the materials, and then a car.
And a 2-liter soda bottle.
This just looks like black, nasty liquid. All right, now this is biodegradable, but the AP environmental classes make soap out of it. And this is soap. This is actually better for your hands than your normal stuff because it has glycerin in it. And so it makes your hands really nice and soft. It doesn't dry out your hands.
For all their hard work and research, Rockwood Summit was granted the Pepsi Refresh Biodiesel Education Grant, giving them $5,000 to test the fuel they make using their very own test car. It was surprising hearing how simple this process was, how these high school students were doing this as just a lab assignment when this was conserving grease from restaurants, providing an alternative solution to gasoline, educating high school students about renewable energy sources, and saving the planet all at once. What we were wondering this whole time is why other high schools or colleges are not doing this in their chemistry classes. If you think that your school could do this, take after Rockwood Summit and look up the formula to see if your class can make it work. If high school students can do this in a classroom, then so can you.